Roger Stone here for Colonial Metals Group. Colonial Metals Group helps Americans protect their future with the most trusted store of wealth in human history. That's actual physical gold and silver. If you're retiring or you're retired, go to colonialmetalsgroup.com/stone right now for your free Roger Stone Colonial Metals Group Retirement Protection Kit. Or call 800-747-6589. That's 800-747-6589. Call now to receive your free home safe and up to $7,500 in free silver.
It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Cats and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Well, if the phone rang in the White House at 3 o'clock in the morning, whom do you trust to answer it? Is Kamala Harris capable of making the right decision? Well, in the studio with us, we have Judge Richard Weinberg, we have Ed Cox, so we have one Democrat, one Republican, and me and Rita. So, gentlemen, what do you think?
My opinion, I think you ought to take into account the history. That Harris was the last person in the room with President Biden when he determined, against all advice, the disastrous decision to get out of Afghanistan right away for purely political purposes.
And that ruined how many women? 20 million, 30 million women have to live in slavery in Afghanistan, and none of the women out there that respect women are saying anything about it.
No, that's a great point, John.
And a great airfield.
Judge Weinberg, anything?
Lost.
Yeah, Bagram.
I think it would be a terrible mistake to have Harris being the person answering the phone at the White House.
Of making a decision.
The only one who's proven that he knows what to do in such a situation is Donald Trump.
And you know what? You know, John, I actually think it's a very important question. Given all the things that are going on in the world right now, it's actually a very realistic, critical question that the world, all of us need to think about.
A possible million people listening to us right now to answer that question amongst themselves. Don't let me give you an answer. You know what the answer is. And I watched a movie on Sunday afternoon. It was a PBS movie about the fall of Constantinople, the most powerful city, the most powerful empire in the 12th, 13th, 14th century. Guess what? I see the similarities of what they're trying to do to the United States of America. It's the PBS movie, a 1-hour movie, made in 2018, The Fall of Constantinople. If anybody hasn't seen it, please see it when you can. And it is very sad, and you'll see the similarities yourself. Rita, what else is going on?
Well, we have the debate, of course, and I'm sure that foreign policy, national security, border, economy, there are so many huge issues. Ed Cox, you saw the new poll. This is interesting. There's a new poll that just came out, John, and it's a New York Times Siena poll. Which isn't necessarily favorable to Trump.
Tilts toward the Democrats.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
And New York Times, I think we know which way that one goes. It is. And what's key, Ed, is that it is now the new numbers are 48 Trump, 47 Kamala Harris. What's important
I don't believe those numbers.
Who knows? But what is interesting, John, we are seeing a trend in a lot of polls that are showing that it's almost going back to the numbers of the end of July, like the sort of honeymoon is over, if you will, Judge.
The honeymoon is over and reality is setting in.
Yeah, people are saying, who do I want to answer that 3 a.m.
somebody has said that the numbers are starting to go against Harris. But I said that already. I said July belonged to the Republicans, August belonged to the Democrats, and September, how do you say it in Great Britain? Sorting things out.
Yeah, you always said after Labor Day, and you're spot on. Here it is. And look, the debate, I think, is going to be pivotal. Don't you think?
And what I said, I was on Sid's show this morning, and what I said is they are training her to give 10 answers. No matter what the questions are, my opinion, she's going to read out in her mind those 10 answers, and she doesn't care what the questions are.
Do you know
She's just going to answer that the same way.
It's called staying on the narrative.
Can I say my prediction? I think she'll have like 6 or 8 answers that she'll kind of keep going back to. Ed Cox?
Yeah, but people are looking for substance. Put aside the debate. Let's say it's a draw. They both talk. They both prove they can talk, stand on their feet and talk. But people know that Trump's got a solid record of achievement in his 4 years as president, and people are looking for substance. She has given no substance yet.
And the other thing is, did you see the pictures of the new? Maybe we'll ask the general about it. All the bullets being created and the rockets being created to send to the Ukraine. And one more thing, we got to make sure our country survives.